everyone, it's the military model Paul with the final reveal of my Strtyker M1130, which is the command vehicle. And I have 3 other Strykers to build at some time in the future. I've got the gun one, the actual personnel carrier, and a Grizzly from the Canadian Armed Forces, so that'd be quite an interesting one. That's the only trumpeter one I've got. The other 2 are all AFE clubs, so it's very similar to this vehicle here, you can see. Anyway, in build way anyway. So as you can see, I've got all the aerials on, and I'll show them a bit more. I've actually done the switcher trick, which is to put a little pear shape on the top of each aerial. You use micro crystal clear, dip it in there until you get, and dip it in a couple of times to and let it dry each time to make sure you get the right global effect. And if you hang it upside down, it gives it a pear. The kit comes with these little fine plastic bits you glue on top of the plastic aerial, which, to be quite honest, wouldn't have stayed up there 5 minutes. So I've done this way. It's much better, and it's the switcher way, I like to call it. Anyway, I've done a bit more weathering on this one, and I've done it on the top, dust everywhere basically, and mud underneath, which is dried mud, and then dusted over the top of that a little bit to give it to some effect as if the dust got onto the dried mud. So you'll see that a little bit, you might be able to see it around the sides. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is put it on the twirly wheel to give you a bit of basic view, show you all the different, make sure so you can see exactly all the lenses have been done now completely. They've all got their bits and pieces on there. You can see as it comes around here, the fuel cans on the back. I've put a strap on there. There was no straps in the kit on the PE, so that got done. So just going around here, I think you can see the mud as it comes around on the side, at the back underneath as well, and a little bit on the lower front, along with a bit of dusting going down on the lower front here. I'm just going to stop it now and just walk by manual. Here we go. There we go. So well, here we go. So if you can look underneath here, you can actually see inside there there's mud. If you see the reflect, I think you can see it on the screen, definitely. And coming on the sides here and built up inside here, all the way on the back. I took the wheels off to do that, makes life easier. But the mud is actually broken off on the top areas and leaving the green to come through, but there's a bit of dust in places as well. So it's a bit of mixture of the 2 colours. Did I like doing it? No, because as Switcher knows, I don't like making the vehicles too dirty, but this one's got a lot more dirt in it. I might go really heavily on another one in the future, but it does look quite nice on this one. There's a lot of dust and effects on the paintwork as well. So if I come around slowly, I think you can see the effects all down the top, the wear of dust and all over the tops, the side there again, and I might just be able to catch it in the back a little bit more in the corner, and a little bit of dust that's actually laid down and stuck to it instead of falling off with the movement of the vehicle. Tyres are really dusty as well. All around the front, you've got dust across the top wheel. I'll do a top view in a minute. The machine guns have got their grey covers on the actual the smoke dischargers, and grenade chargers have actually got their grey covers on, which I've done those all the way around. And you might just say a bit of dirt on the actual exhaust and run over that side as well. The reason for that, I wasn't sure, and I looked, and a few look a bit grimy, and the later ones seem to have a bit of a cover there, but this one hasn't. So what I used Starship Filth Oil, because you can put it on and then take some of it off, and that's what I did. So it gives it an effect of dirtiness, even though there's not too much there, not overdone. I think you can see a bit of dust and grime on the front here, around even on the actual hooks on the side. And I think you can just about see the mud coming around. You can see it in the back, definitely all around there on the back of the fender, a little bit on this and all down the side, and on the inside as well. So I have done quite a bit of weathering on this one, which is a bit unusual for me. Really pleased with the way it's turned out so far. Coming round again, and there's the tooth. I'm going to put it round to the side here. You can see the actual strap a lot easier on this one. I use canvas colour to do that. Basically it goes across and goes down. Then what I had to do is, because there's no mounting points, and there is, if you look at the photographs of the vehicle, there's a mounting point just on the top here and the top on there. So what I took it to the top, but I used a bit of lead and basically come over it and wrapped the lead round the actual Tamiya tape, which I cut thin to get that strap size, and then basically I pushed in the end so it looks like a bracket, and it's done the job. It makes it look as if it's actually meant to be there, and I'm quite happy. Now really what should happen is this strap should come down under there and do a bracket underneath, but I just put it to the inside. I did see a couple of photographs where the strap seemed to disappear into the actual thing, so I think I've got it right one way or the other. But on my next ones I will actually put the bracket there, and forget about the label. It says fuel and water, because at the end of it it's got fuel over this side as a decal, water over this side, and the colours of the actual canisters actually show you that, so I will be able to put my brackets there and put it in properly. So there you go. There you go. I put some dust effect on this, but took some of it off just because, you know, because I reckon they keep that reasonably clean, but it wouldn't have got quite so much anyway being top up there. So coming round, and I think you can see on the gun, if I can get the light on it, you can see a little bit like, you can see the actual lenses are inside there. They're both there, looking quite nice, and you can see the actual drivers a bit, so I think you can just see them perfect, the colours of their lenses. So all the drivers commanders have all got their reflective line protection there as well. There you can see it better there. So there you go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch off and coming down from the top to give you a top view. Here we go, back in a second. Well, we're back, and I'm going near this view. You can see the periscope's even more clearer now, and you can see the reflection it gets off the actual reflective side as well. You can see the weathering coming down the slides and laying in the creases along this bit here. And I don't know if you can see now. You can see the little bubbles on top of these things. These are carbon fibre, and they're from actually Accra Armour. And I'm going to show you these, advertising for them, I suppose. But at the end of the day, this is what they are. Really good stuff, and they come in 10cm lengths, so they're quite good. So you can knock them down to the size you need. Now I had 4, and I made them into the size that I thought was necessary. They did give you a measurement, but I just went, what looks about the right size, and I'm happy with that. And yeah, so that was quite nice. So I'm going to zoom in a bit more, give you a bit more, a little look here. Here we go. There you go. I think you can see the weather and the dusting that's sort of stuck onto it, because it sticks to the vehicle, dust does. And you can see where on the sides it's not so much thing, it's sort of slipped down with moisture or whatever, and it's actually there, but it's still there, it looks dusty. So there you go. I'm going to turn it and see if I can get any more details on it. There you go, coming around. I think, you can see them now. There's the lenses on the actual gun mount itself. Gun does swivel, and it goes up and down as well, so quite a nice little weapon really. Next one I'm going to use the actual grenade launcher on it. So even though evidently the troops did not use them, I think we've got that information from my mate Steve Mottram. So there you go. I'm going to pull this back out a fraction. You'll see my tie down now. I'm not happy with it, but I'm going to leave it like it is for the moment. Tie down slopes back, but I have seen some vehicles with it like that as well, but the most common sense thing is it comes straight down. But of course I wanted to tie it there to keep it there, so I'm quite happy with it. I'm going to keep it, but my next one I'll make sure the aerial's a lot longer, so I can actually bring it over here and have the cable go straight up. But it still would have been that if they tie it tight enough on the aerial, there's a good chance it would stay there anyway. So you can see that. Here we go. So if I bring it around a bit more, you can see my little white GPS stud there. They say it's white, so that's it. I think you can see the weathering on there all down the side here, dusty. I might take some of that off, but I still, without the camera, the way the camera's showing, it makes it look bad, but it actually looks okay, to me anyway. So, and top's all, you see, dusty as well. There you go. So what we'll do is come back out. And bring it round. I can see the mud as well now, can't you, back there? So I'm going to come back out a bit more. Slip in like that, and I'm going to leave it like that because you've seen the top of the aerials anyway. So there you go. So that's basically. If I go a bit more, give it a bit more height. No, not much more height, but. There she is. So if I give a bit more light around on this, you can see a bit better. There you go. See the dirty colours there. You can see them a bit more behind there, all the way up, even underneath the actual fender along the side. So there. So that's the end of this build on this particular one. So it's the end of this actual Stryker build. As I said, I really enjoyed building it. Greg's coming along really nice. I think he's going to be finishing about the same time with his Stryker as well. So you could say we striked out at the same time, or Strykered out at the same time. There you go. So thank you very much for watching all these videos. My next one I'm going to carry on now is the Tiger one. I need to do that. I was going to go jump into another kit, my Bond one, but that's a 6 month to do that. So I'm going to carry on with my Tiger now to try and finish that, because otherwise you end up with a shelf queen, don't you? So thank you very much for watching, and happy modding, and keep safe. Catch you next time. Happy modelling. It's fun.